Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Leo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Leos, please? As we move into Aquarius season. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo in late January, please. And thank you. What's going on for my friends? Nice, quick. Oh, all right, very strong mental energy here, and not in like a lost in the sauce type of way. This is very intelligent, extremely smart. You could be using your brains here for something when this card is here. I like this card generally. It reminds me of the Ace of Swords, so it's very sharp. Now, before we fully get into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card, because it does have some funny imagery here. So we see there's this monkey. It's dressed up as Shakespeare. It's holding a skull, contemplating its life. It's in front of a typewriter. There's all sorts of mathematics or binary code in the background. So all of this is very much intellectually based. So for a lot of you, yeah, maybe you're feeding your mind with something. Maybe you're learning things, diving down rabbit holes and absorbing information. I always say, especially if you're a cross watcher, this is extremely intellectual here. All right, so it's not the softest type of energy. Like for some Leos, you might just be all about logic. What makes sense, what doesn't make sense. Nothing's going to get past you when this energy is here, okay? Things rarely ever get past Leo in general, but when this card is here, it's like seeing everything, knowing everything for what it is. The only challenge with this card is that it can be a little cold sometimes, okay? Aside from the funny imagery here, this card could be someone that's like, all right, if I'm choosing between the heart and the mind, I'm going to use logic every time. So this could be an individual that's very much intellectually based, or it's gifted somewhat. So let's just put that down right there. Of course, when we talk about intellectual or mind-based things, it could represent someone who has a very active mind, but we're just going to leave it over there. Let's get into tarot. And I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright, and we'll get into that intuitive juiciness, see what's happening for the Leos. And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was centered around communication, okay? It was titled An Explosive Talk. There was a lot of fiery type of energy last week, which, remember, this energy could still bleed over, so you might have a little pep in your step, if you know what I mean. Communications could come in very suddenly, or things could spin a little out of hand. Obviously not for every single Leo out there, but it just felt very fiery and hot. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe, we could be seeing somebody else's vibe. So let's go and see. Anyone that's connected to you, my friends. Let's get you 3 cards to start this off, though. What's going on for the Leos? Thank you. Okay, world, interesting. Interesting. A card of things coming to a close, possible endings here. Don't get too nervous about it. Doesn't mean like it's 10 of Swords type of treachery or anything like that. But we're beginning with an ending. Let's get 2 more. I mean, it could just represent the world itself. I mean, in my style, I do see it like that. Oh, okay. So we have the 3 of Cups. Some of you could be very, very conscious of habits, whether it's habits you have or habits other people have, okay? Because it's giving me no nonsense type of energy. You also have the Knight of Cups right here on the back end. Yeah, we're going to have to talk about this. And a bonus popped out with those 3 cards. We have the 9 of Wands here. So we have a very intriguing mixture here. So as we're talking about all this mental energy, we have a ton of emotional energy in the main part of the spread as well. So for a portion of you, yeah, maybe there is that little struggle between the heart and the mind. But let's go through piece by piece. Then we'll really start to build this story out. If you kindly look here in the box, position number 1, we do have the world. And at first look, first glance, I am seeing a little bit of a theme. These two cards, the Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, are generally seen as extremely positive. But we have this World card lingering in here with all this water. We're talking about someone's feelings. So if you're the type of person you're not really connecting with your feelings, it could be someone else that we're seeing here. Okay, so let's just go through piece by piece because we're getting some mixed signals in this reading. Position number 1, we have the World. Okay, it is the last of the major arcana in the whole entire tarot deck. So whenever the World shows up, it could be a chapter coming to a close. It could represent things coming to an end. This is one of my cards of karma as well. So whether it's karmic cycles, people getting some karmic blessings with all this happiness, or just something coming to an end or a close. It doesn't always have to be harsh. Like, it's just the end of one chapter before a new one opens up. So it's not necessarily too tough. If we're not talking about endings or karma, the World to me, in my specific style, could just represent the world itself. So for some of you, maybe there's certain things in the world today that are really bothering you. Maybe you're extra honed in on current events. There could be someone that you're linked to that is like super honed in on the world itself and current events. So we'll really need to dig into this further. It's a very complex type of card, not super simple, right? Like a lot of times the world is made to be like a cut and dry type of energy. When I say it never really is, okay? Most energy isn't. But moving to the center, we have an extremely happy card. Now, the reason I did say like the World with the Three of Cups, a lot of you could be in a very self-work and self-worth mind state, because this card is very good and it's celebratory, but at the same time it could represent overindulgence and partying. So when I see it next to the World, there could be certain habits that you're wanting to end, whether within yourself or someone you're connected to. It's like, all right, well, tone that back a little bit. But if we're not talking about that, that was only intuitive. The Three of Cups is celebratory. It's happy, it's joyousness, it's merriment, people having a cause for celebration. So often when I see the Three of Cups, I think of a win or a victory of some sort. We'll see. All right? And remember, cups, that represent the realm of emotion. So someone being emotionally happy when this card is here. But every card is a double-edged sword, right? They have positives and they have negatives. And the challenge of the Three of Cups is someone that could overindulge, right? Or it could represent habit. So we'll see. The threes also represent your circle of influence. So people, whether it is going out and chilling with friends or just somebody you're connected to. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Knight of Cups. Generally a very positive type of card. Now, this could represent a water sign that you're connected to. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Obviously, it doesn't have to be. This is the silky, smooth, Prince Charming energy of the tarot deck. It often shows up in love readings and romance. So when we see this, we could think of, once again, communication, messages, emotional offers, love offers. It's a card that shouldn't just be pinholed into love either, because it's so smooth. It could represent artistic creation. It could represent someone that's just really in touch with how they feel as well. So I like this. If we were to boil it down to its bare bones, it could represent how somebody feels as well. But remember, knights, just like pages, are also messengers. So we could still be in the realm of communication. And the Knight of Cups is love, right? So whether this is someone you have a ton of love for showing up in the spread, or how someone feels about you, big possibility. Moving over to your bonus card, we have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. So this to me represents somebody that's been through a lot. They don't want to go through it again. It could be someone that's very much on guard, skeptical, territorial, protective type of energy. So whether it is dealing with this or it's something very different, you could be either skeptical or protective of yourself or others around you when this card is here. It could also represent emotional blocks. It could represent communication blocks as well. So we're going to have to see how all of this pieces together. And another thing I was saying, like, I don't feel like this is someone being happy or celebrating that something has come to an end. I mean, maybe if the shoe fits, right? But I want to dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right. Let's get a good shuffle here. Let's see what's going on for you, my friends. What's happening with Leo, please, gods? Yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. What's going on in that world? Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Leo, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all, okay? Let's go in on that world here. Where's the world in the mix? Thank you. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Watch out for issues with earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Watch out for issues with mother figures. And for some of you, this could be a surprising ending or something ending in a way that you didn't foresee. Okay, and I'll explain that a little further. Watch out for issues with work or with money for a portion of you, because whenever we see the Queen, the King of Pentacles, they're very business-minded types of energies, sturdy, reliable. When we see it in reverse, it could represent issues in those realms as well. So always keep that in mind, especially under a card like the World. But I feel like a conclusion or something coming in very much unexpectedly, for sure. Okay, so whether it is an ending of a situation, an ending of a certain chapter in your life, it could happen very suddenly. It could come in quickly, surprisingly, unexpected. So we're going to stay optimistic, though, because all the cards we have here, it's like, yeah, we have this chapter closing, but there's still happiness to come. So I really want to see how all of this plays out. Okay, so for some of you, there could be something that ends in a way that you didn't foresee, and it's a much happier ending than you thought it would be. But the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, watch out for the issues with work and issues with money as well. Let's keep moving over to that Three of Cups, because I want to keep it moving here. Could still be looking at that karmic energy. If we get another karmic card here within the spread, I'll make mention of it. But there could be some sort of change or karmic cycle coming in. So let's see why that Three of Cups is here. Hopefully whatever this is has positive effects. So let's go in on that Three of Cups. Yeah, because Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I wouldn't say it's unhinged. It just doesn't feel solid or grounded at the moment. Okay. Okay, there could possibly be someone you're connected to that partakes in a lot of numbing. Okay, we have the High Priestess in reverse underneath this Three of Cups. Once again, I don't necessarily feel like this is terrible. Okay, but intuitively, that's the first thing that popped off my mind, like somebody possibly trying to numb something. Because the High Priestess, it represents Pisces. I also link it to all the water signs. So we do have this emotional energy coming up in the back end. There could be someone that emotionally, they're very erratic. So this could be an emotional warning where someone's emotions are very much up and down here. Now, the High Priestess, when I see her in reverse, once again, this could be the unexpected energy, the surprising energy, because this is one of the cards of mystery. So in reverse, it's something coming to light, but I don't see a lot of people struggling with this as well. Okay, so even though it's unexpected, it's like a welcome surprise. It's like, okay, well, I wasn't expecting that, but I'll take it. I'll celebrate it. I'll be grateful for it. Okay, so it's like we have these competing energies because there's a lot of good here, but there's also challenge underneath. So we're going to keep moving forward and see what that Knight of Cups has to say. There could be an emotional warning at play. But yeah, once again, this could be someone numbing, but that's the worst case scenario. For a portion of you, yeah, this could be a surprise of a good kind, okay? Or something coming to light and say, yeah, I'll take it. So there might be wins. I feel like it's all going to culminate when we get to the back by this Knight of Cups, whether this reading is a full win, full stop, or if there's a lot more challenge underneath the surface than we think, okay? Because there could be somebody putting on a brave face like everything's fine when it might not be. So let's go in on that Knight of Cups. Then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Knight of Cups here? Okay. Okay. So this is definitely the happy ending that we were all searching for here. We have the Nine of Cups in the upright. Beautiful. This feels massive, my friends. Okay, so regardless of all the trials, tribulations, possible issues that we have within the spread itself, it's like, we have a lot of surprises, but the end result is extremely happy. The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. Look at this John Travolta-esque character. He's happy, he's content. This is a welcoming, loving, warm type of energy as well. So when we see it under a card like the Knight of Cups, yeah, it could be someone that has very fond feelings for you when this is in the mix. But this is one of my cards of someone being very happy, extra content. So I could say, yeah, for a lot of you, it could be a surprising winner victory coming in. Okay, with all the surprises we got going on here, it's like, okay, well, I didn't see it coming, but I'll take it. And I always say wins and victories come in all different shapes and sizes, right? Like it could be monetary, it could be an emotional. So we have a lot of energy at play here within the reading itself. And I'd say, yeah, expect the unexpected in this time, Leo, but something's going to turn out very, very well for you here on the back end. At the bare minimum, this is just somebody that that you're their world type of energy. If you're watching this for romance with the Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, it's someone who's like, yeah, All right, let's build it all. When you combine all these cups, it's the 10 of cups. It's everything. So yeah, that massive energy of wins and victories are here. Let's go through and do a quick recap. And there might be some skepticism, but let's recap it. Then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box once again, position number 1. Yeah, we have this energy of an ending coming up, but it might be for the best, or it might turn out better than you possibly think. We have the World with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I did say watch out for money things, watch out for issues in regards to work, mother figures, all that. But when this planted energy flips upside down, yeah, there could be a surprising or unexpected ending, obviously, when this card is here. The karmic energy of change is afoot, but I don't feel like it's change in the bad direction, because moving to the center, we have the 3 of Cups with the High Priestess in reverse. Now, for a portion of you, this could be somebody who's doing a little numbing, okay? So whether it is in regards to their emotions, they're numbing it, or it's just the world itself, it's someone partying, right? This is party animal type of energy I'm picking up here in the center. But for a bunch of you, again, the surprising, unexpected energy of wins and victories, a cause to celebrate with your people. This feels really good, and we get a triple down of this energy. We have the Knight of Cups with the 9 of Cups. You add those cups together, we got the 10, right? This is fulfillment. It's wish fulfillment. It's beautiful type of energy here on the back end. So all this stuff that's going on here, I'd say expect the unexpected, but in a good way. Things could turn out in a way that you don't see coming, but in the end, you're going to be very, very happy with the result. I did say at bare minimum, this could be someone that thinks the world of you, right? Like with the Knight of Cups, 9 of Cups, it's someone who's like, yeah, Leo's everything. So please take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card. I would say in the past few weeks, there's been a lot of ups and downs with Leo readings. This is extremely positive. So let's get you a shadow card here, my friends. Definitely like seeing the energy take a turn like that for you. So let's get it going. What do we got for Leo, please? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you. Maybe it's something you don't see coming. We had a lot of the mystery and surprise here. Doesn't always have to be a bad thing with the shadow card. So let's get you one. And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it down in the comments below. It is a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. So let's get your shadow card. No pressure, I just got to mention it. Let's get one shadow card out here for Leo. Okay, thank you. Take it. Hey, we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself. He has a beard in this one, but there are a bunch of tentacles. And this kind of reinforces all this cup, all this water, all this emotion that we've been seeing within the spread itself. The King of Cups is the more matured version of this Knight of Cups here. So all the things I was saying, like, yes, it could be emotional balance, deep emotional connections. Remember, this is a shadow card as well. So whether this is feelings of still being connected with someone, that could absolutely be it. Someone still loving you, you still loving somebody else, or some sort of romantic, I don't want to say issue, but situation showing up underneath the shadows with the King of Cups. Now, if you're not connected to a water sign, which a lot of you might be with all the water within the spread itself, we like the King of Cups around here, right? If you couldn't tell already, we're going to place him down here. In its challenge, the King of Cups in the shadows could represent somebody that is really not wanting to speak how they feel, and they're keeping certain feelings suppressed and under wraps. But there's a controlled aspect to it as well, and it could be someone hiding their feelings. So keep that in mind. There might be someone they're not showing their true colors or feelings about something with this card. So yeah, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls tarot deck. It's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are one of your biggest goals for this year that we just entered into? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again soon.